I paid for a subscription to The Economist just to watch one Elon interview. His core message is this: in about 10 years, AI makes money and stock prices stop mattering. If you hold Tesla or SpaceX, this video decides what your money does for the next decade. I have a master's in aerospace engineering and I watched the full 90 minutes twice to extract what truly matters for your portfolio. And underneath the big vision, this is what he really told you. This weak Tesla quarter is on purpose. He holds 85% of the SpaceX vote, so he reports to no one. He told you to stop counting the money and just wait. You own the stock, he owns the clock. The interview started the way you would expect. The host asked Elon about the future of AI. But his answer was bigger than I expected. He said, in about 5 years, AI beats every human at almost everything. There really won't be anything that AI can't do better than humans, he said, apart from being human. Now, we have heard him making big claims before, but this time he gave a deadline. 5 years to pass us, 10 years until humans are not in charge at all. He said we would be like chimpanzees next to it. Still here, still smart, just not the ones deciding anymore. Now connect that to your portfolio. If he truly believes the world changes completely in 10 years, then everything he builds is a bet on that world, not the world today. So when you buy Tesla or SpaceX today, he is not asking you to wait for a better quarter. He is asking you to wait a decade. And you are paying about $1.2 trillion for Tesla today to stand in that waiting room. You are funding a 10-year wait. Who decided it would take 10 years? You or him? He decided the length of the wait, and he built it so you cannot shorten it. In the interview, the host raised the obvious risk. One man holding this much power, because Elon controls more than 80% of the votes at SpaceX. Watch how he answered. He did not deny it, he defended it. He said that kind of control is exactly what lets him ignore the quarterly numbers and build for the long term. In plain words, the short-term results are allowed to look bad because he answers to no one. Now put that next to the quarter Tesla just posted. I went through that whole earnings in my last video, so one number is enough here. Out of every dollar of sales, the business kept about 1 cent. And Elon just told you that it's fine by him. Then he told you where you fit in all this. He said he likes retail investors because some of them actually think long term. And he said he does not blame the big funds for being short term. Their pay is built around a single year. So they watch this quarter, take their gain, and move to the next thing. Read that carefully. He is telling you the professionals are built to live, and you are the one built to stay. And if you want proof of what one man with this much control can do, look at what he already did. During the war in Ukraine, Elon's Starlink was the internet the Ukrainian army ran on. One decision, his decision, could switch the access on or off. In the interview, he said he aims for peace. But the point stands. A single person held a piece of a real war in his hands. That is the whole risk in one picture. This weak quarter was not an accident. It was a choice, his choice. And the person who made it answers to no one, so there is no meeting where you get to disagree. He owns 85% of the vote. You own some shares and a lot of patience. Whose plan are you really funding? The problem with a 10-year wait is simple. The entire promise rests on one machine that does not work yet. In the interview, Elon was clear about what he is really building. To him, Musk was never the final goal. He said the real goal is keeping human consciousness alive far into the future, and now he believes AI and robots are the way to do it. The robot at the center of that is Optimus. So Optimus is not a side project, it is the whole bet. If the abundance he describes ever arrives, it depends on that robot doing the work. But here is the tension he could not hide. He talks about robots creating endless abundance in one breath, and in the next, he admits the robot is the hardest thing his company has ever tried to build. He said it plainly on his own earnings call this week. No supply chain, every part new, slow early production. Let me be fair here. Elon has turned the impossible bets into real businesses before. SpaceX reuses its rockets. Tesla develops driverless systems that millions of people use. So the vision is not empty. But a vision is not a date. For anyone who owns Tesla, every extra dollar the company earns is going into things that do not sell yet, with no year attached to the payback. The dream needs the robot, and the robot is years away. What are you holding while you wait? The future or the gap before it? If this breakdown is useful, hit like and subscribe. I go 3 layers deep every week. So the robot is the first problem. Now the second, and it is bigger than Tesla. The host asked Elon about China. His answer should worry any US investor. He said Chinese AI companies are already strong, even while the US blocks them from the best chips. And when the host asked if that means China becomes the leader, he did not say no. Then he explained why. He said the real limit on AI is not chips, it is electricity. And China already has far more of it. In 2024, China generated more power than the United States and the European Union combined. He went further. He said Chinese engineers are good at solving lithography problems. Lithography is the hardest step in making an advanced chip, the part that prints the tiny circuits onto the silicon. His point was that once they master that, China builds its own top chips and the US export ban stops mattering. We already saw the proof. On July 16, 2026, a Chinese lab called Moonshot launched a model called Kimi K3. It is cheap to run, it is fast, and it is open for anyone to use. And it ranks just behind the best model in the world, Claude Faber 5, ahead of models from the biggest US labs. A Chinese team working under a US chip ban built one of the smartest AI models on Earth. So here is what he is telling you without saying it directly. The AI race you are betting on, through Tesla, through SpaceX, through every US chip stock, may not be a race America wins by default. Your whole AI bet assumes America stays in front. The man building the AI just declined to promise that. So what exactly are you holding? By now, you might be thinking,
Fine, Daniel, he is a genius, let him build.
and maybe. But the interview kept coming back to one question he never really answered. Who checks him? His own answer was that rival AI companies should review each other's models before release, so competitors keep each other honest. That sounds reasonable, until you think about who the reviewers are. Picture it. A company is about to release a model that is far ahead of everyone else. Under Elon's plan, its rivals get to look at it first and flag concerns. Now ask yourself, will a competitor staring at the model that could crush their own business really vote to wave it through? Or will they find every reason to slow it down? The referees are the other players, and every one of them is trying to win. So his safety fix has the same hole as everything else. It leans on people whose interests point the other way. And notice who is missing from the whole picture. Nobody reviews Elon. And when the host pushed him on how people see him, he did not back away. He said maybe some people love him, and that is probably true, and he does not care. That tells you something real. Your approval is not part of his plan. So here is what it means as a Tesla or SpaceX holder. You are being asked to give this the most valuable thing you own, and it is not your money. It is your time, 10 years of it. When I finished the 90 minutes, I did not think about the trade first. I thought about the clock. He built these companies so that he sets the pace and no shareholder can rush him. That is not illegal and it might be even smart. But you should know before you hold that the decision on when this payoff was made before you ever press buy. You own the stock, he owns the clock. Now, one part I skipped on purpose. The second half of the interview turned to politics. Europe, immigration, the far right, whether he is racist. It got heated and the clips you saw online mostly came from there. I watched all of it. I chose not to build this video on it. Not because it does not matter, but because it does not change what your Tesla or SpaceX shares do over the next 10 years. That fight is loud. It is also not the part that touches your money. So I'm leaving it where it is and keeping us on the number that actually moves your portfolio. For 90 minutes, he sold a 10-year future. But he never gave you the one date that matters, the day your side of it starts paying off. The next time he moves a date, you will not get a vote. So what are you really holding? The company or his word? If you want to see the weak quarter behind all of this, the one he says is on purpose, I broke down every number in it. It starts where all of this starts. Tesla's revenue grew 26%, but its profit went the other way. Click here to watch it now.